Greetings and salutations, fellow SFL fans. I am Jess the Professor from the Las Vegas Fury, and I am joined today by Scott Johnson, the running back phenom of the Las Vegas Fury. So real excited to get to talk to Scott. And we're going to be going under the helmet, so to speak, with Scott Johnson. So first thing I want to do, Scott, is just give us tell us about yourself, what you want to share. How did you find the league? However, that backstory you want to give to us.
Okay, that's a great question, Jess. And thanks for interviewing me, by the way, as well. I found the league with my friends, Mel Davis, Zeke Love, and Ron Gulch, who you know is Brody Gulch. Just had an opportunity to play a lot of games, a lot of leagues, a lot of coach leagues via Madden, NCAA 14. I think we were also playing 7 Days to Die zombie game as well. Just playing a lot of games, and we ended up hearing about this sim game that we wanted to check out with a different twist to it. So one by one, we kind of just moved into it, and had a good feel for it. It was a little difficult to understand at first in terms of just the transition between making all decisions to now you're pretty much at the will of the team or the will of the league. So it was an interesting transition, but that's pretty much how I got into SFL.
Well, I was on a team in the minor leagues with a good friend of yours, Zeke Love, and
Right.
so I was kind of advocating very strongly with Slyn for him to draft you, and he said, "No, this guy's Scott." And I definitely think that it was a fantastic choice. I mean, you had a good career in Annapolis. Mm-hmm. Last season, you were drafted at the beginning of season 15. Last season, you and I got the stats up here that I'm looking at. So you were 193 carries, 603 yards, 5 touchdowns, 63 receptions, 255 yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. And I know from the conversations that we had over the course of the year or course of the season, you were kind of frustrated at times. Starting out I guess you started as a bronze running back,
right,
waiting for the progressions to go up and stuff. How did that kind of impact your frame of mind? Those seeing the not seeing the production you wanted to see, I guess, out of your first season.
Sure. I think in any situation, I'm a big team player. I'm all about the team. And when you want to impact the team and support the team, I thought that we were maybe 1 or 2 players away from success last year. And then realizing as a football-minded, I was one of those 1 or 2 players was a bit frustrating in that sense. Being a rookie in any situation, you're going to get your lumps and growing pains. So I was okay with that. But just from the reality of looking at Las Vegas, I thought we were at a place where we could have gotten some things done if we had more of an impactful running back, which we didn't. And that's okay. That's just a part of the process. But it was frustrating. I'm a person who takes pretty much everything I do 100% serious. So, it was a challenge. It was a challenge.
Well, then we turn around in this season. And what a difference a season makes. I mean, we're into we just finished week 9. You've got 171 carries, 834 yards, 6 rushing touchdowns, 37 receptions, and 107 receiving yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. You've put, if my statistics are correct, you've had a 200-plus yard game and 2 100-plus yard games. Is that correct?
I believe that is correct. Yes, sir.
So how do you feel now with after the frustrations of season 15, and here we are 9 games in, and we're looking at 1,000 yards this season.
Right. First and foremost, Jess, compliments to your stat team. You're doing an excellent job over there. Really, I just feel like we're at a good place as a team, and I think that the running game fits well, complements Colin well. As a quarterback, and we have some dynamic pass catchers in Las Vegas. So we're at a place where we're ready to achieve at our optimal level. We're on a 3-game win streak, which is great. But at the same time, we're also, molding well as a family, as a team. So I couldn't be more ecstatic about how things are going and where we are as an organization.
Well, that kind of I asked the questions out of sequence. I glanced down. I actually made notes today, and I
Okay.
glanced down at them. But I was going to ask you what in the draft. It's kind of hit and miss.
Right.
There are occasions where players are taken without a conversation, but with Shady, we all had extensive conversations, and we could kind of have, because of those, have some input on where we were going to go. And what was it that attracted you to Vegas?
Honestly, when I first started watching games, I was with Denver for a short time before the SFLM as a non-contract player, and just watching games, I saw Vegas and I saw the uniforms, and they just kind of spoke to me. Just the different, creative uniforms. They kind of remind me of the old Dennis Rodmans. I don't know if you're a sneakerhead, but
Yeah.
that kind of color and scheme, and I just appreciated how they exemplified what Las Vegas is all about, that bright, creative glare. So I always kind of kept my eye on Las Vegas and a couple other teams. I did realize that they did have a running back. So what really impacted me in the SFLM was having a great opportunity in the SFLM to join the Annapolis Navigators. Shout out to Ben Jackson, our coach. Really made things simple in SFLM in terms of understanding what the protocol and game plan is all about. We had a great locker room, guys like Eric Hammer, Jeff, Cameron Curtis, Hugo Reynoso, Greg Soto. Lot of guys. I could name pretty much everybody. Nelson was on the team for a short time. We had a great locker room, real supportive. Big Frank as well was on the team. So just being able to have an opportunity to join that kind of locker room where everybody's learning and growing together, and not even realizing, okay, how is the whole draft process going? I think I reached out to teams at the last minute because I really wasn't sure what's the process. When I first joined SFL, I think I missed my 3. I didn't even know what the 3 check-ins were all about, so I probably missed my first 3 or 4, and that hurt me a little bit in the draft. But at the same time, just getting on the team and getting a feel for what the organization is all about was a great thing. Have an opportunity to connect with Slyn and Dustin, Zach, and Zeke on a group dialogue was good as well. So I have nothing but good things to say about SFLM. A lot of smart guys were in SFLM and preparing guys for what the league is all about, and showing a lot of dynamic, creative plays, what have you. So great experience.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I mean, I came in week 3 of that first SFLM season, and it still kind of shocks me to realize that was the first season they had done that kind of thing. The coaching staff we had at Madison, Berto was a coach, but our offensive defensive coordinators, this is the first time they'd ever been in those positions. So it was a good learning experience for them. I think it was a good kind of introduction. And like you said, that locker room, I think the locker room really makes this experience.
Yeah.
So with that, and I know you're involved behind the scenes with the team as well. And I will tell you personally, and I think I can speak for the whole organization, we really appreciate the time and work that you put in behind the scenes to kind of give us the best chance for success that we can have. What are your thoughts on this season? The way this season as a whole is going for the team? You've kind of mentioned that and stuff, but yeah, just overall, kind of what are you thinking about?
All in all, I think we have a great array of leaders on our team. And before I even answer that question, allow me to talk a little trash, Jess. SFLM, you brought us some old painful memories. Annapolis was ready to win that whole thing, man. We were beating the brakes off of Ottawa in the playoffs, and we had some kind of fake fluke fumble happen, and ended up losing the game in OT. I know you guys in Madison were pretty excited we lost because we had took you guys to the woodshed twice in regular season, man. So
You don't have to remind me of that.
you guys were deserving champs. I remember talking
Thank you. Thank you.
for hours about that. And you, of course, looking at your organization, man, Derek Majors, a high quality guy. A lot of good guys on your squad as well. Berto, I have nothing but respect for Berto. I just had a digress for a moment. Jess, you brought up some pain there for a second, man, and it's a reason.
I won't get my championship ring that's back here behind me and show it to you. Okay, we do that later.
Right. But back to Vegas. I mean, I think we're at a great space in Vegas. You look at our team from top to bottom. You're looking at guys like Max Jackson and Merrick Atera. Two quality guys running our program, running our organization as owners, co-owner, what have you. And then you have Slyn and Rhett running the general manager position. It's just a lot of organization, a lot of communication, a lot of dialogue. I think even in the off season, we're constantly talking and building about where we want to go. We brought in a young man by the name of Tiberius Bovan this year, who was we're lucky enough to bring in a free agent tight end. And he became our offensive coordinator. So it's brought in a lot of new energy, a lot of new thought process. One thing I like about it is it's not a situation where one guy brings in the suitcase like Steve Spurrier, and then that's it, and you don't know anything about it. We're really dialoguing about the play breakdown, about how things are going, how we're progressing. So the coach's room is a really strong place. Then you look at the locker room. You've got two bookend wide receivers who are veterans by the name of Kirby and Blades, quality guys. Not a whole lot of riffraff and dialogue, man. They're just good hard workers. Every time you see them, they got the hard hat on, and they're pushing. I can't talk enough about Doug Britton. Doug Britton is kind of like the guy that you never see in real life, but in SFL, man, that's like my best friend in terms of on the team. Just talking about frustrations, talking about joys. He also is an excellent scout as well. Then we have, we were lucky enough to get a guy by the name of Colin Pierce to come in to run our ball club, run out quarterback position. So I mean, he's a gambler. He's a good guy. He's a lot of information. Never a down moment with him. Always fun in the locker room. I would talk about my generic fullback, but we've sworn each other secrecy of all our dialogue and communication. We've got a great defense, man. I think a lot of times people sleep on Vegas' defense. You might have got a couple plays in early on in the season, but that defense is a strong defense.
Yes, it is.
We've got a great linebacker core with Slyn and Eric and Day Drury. I love our defensive line. We lost Tank, but we brought in a great guy by the name of Ryan. Rhett is the headliner of our defense. Also, you got to look at AK is also strong on that defensive line. It's always good things. Then our secondary, man. Our secondary is a tough group of guys, man, and a tough group of hard-nosed guys. I have a great nickname for them. I'm holding on to it for another week, but I'm going to premiere it in the locker room in another week or so. But those guys, man, are tough, always making plays. So I'm just at a place, man, where I think we're in a good situation. I had a chance to meet Dustin McCrack at our Las Vegas mixer the other couple of weeks ago. So, I think we're in a great place, and we're only going to get better. We just want to hold on to our guys, keep our energy together in the locker room, win or lose, and just keep pushing.
Well, that I agree with you 100%. I mean, and the locker room interaction that we have. I mean, we've had voice chats during games and had like 15 people in there, and that's just. I mean, that's even when the season wasn't going that good for us, when we were on that 4-game losing streak, there was still that vibe, that positivity in there. And that kind of leads me into my last serious question, I guess. We got 3 games left, hoping to make the postseason. But what happens at the end of season 16 with Scott Johnson in Vegas? Any ideas?
My family's comfortable in Vegas. This is a place where we're going to stay, and we're very comfortable here. Obviously, this is a situation that year-to-year contracts. So if the team feels like they didn't get the best out of myself, or they may find a great guy out there in SFLM that maybe to take my spot over, then hey, that's what it's all about. Next man up. But as far as me, I'm not looking for free agency. I'm not looking to go anywhere. I'm pretty much a loyal team player. You look at the guys like yourself who are producing content and producing energy in the locker room, producing, these different highlight videos, man. It only enhances the team that much more. We have crazy guys like Money Magle in the locker room was always cracking jokes and providing good things. I mean, we sit down and watch games we watch the Sunday night games sometimes just to kind of analyze what's going on in the league and get in voice chat. So, who would leave a situation like that? So I think we should be at a place where we should retain all of our players just because of the energy that we have and what we're seeing. And we're loaded for bear for the next 3 games, but we're also loaded for the next 15 games. So that's where I am. I'm looking for the long haul.
Well, I agree with you. I don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And
Right.
and it's definitely been an enjoyable ride so far, and I can't wait to see where it goes. So we're going to do what I call the quick fire round now. These are just kind of serious questions, and my wife had to help me come up with some of these. So
Right.
that's the advantage of being married to an English teacher. She can get creative with some of this stuff. So
That's
first one, we're going to make real simple: chocolate or vanilla ice cream.
chocolate ice cream.
Okay. Favorite color?
Favorite color is blue. Apia blue. It's my school. I'm a middle school basketball coach and soccer coach. So I always tell the kids my favorite hue is Apia blue.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Oh, without a doubt, no way.
I'm with you on that. My
Right.
soon-to-be son-in-law loves it. I just
Right.
no.
I mean, you can have it, but that's not pizza. That's something else. You're delving into something else.
That's one of those dessert pizzas or something like that.
Right. Right.
Morning person or night owl?
I'm both. I'm like I'm a person almost like an insomniac where I'm always pretty much on like 2-3 hours and I'm back up. I'm rolling. So I do all my scouting in the morning. I know this is first word association. So I should just say one word, right? But I do all my scouting between like 4 and 6 a.m. So and then I'm up late sometimes too. So yeah, I'm with all that, Jess.
See, years ago, and once again, I guess my age comes out in all of this. The Army had an ad campaign, which I thought was the most ridiculous ever. But once I got in the military, I realized it was so true. We do more before 6 a.m. than most people do all day, and that sounds like you. You spent 2 hours scouting before most people are even getting out of bed. So,
I grew up in a household where on Saturday morning, if you heard that soul music or gospel music turned on, buddy, you better start cleaning that room before somebody comes in there. So, I know a lot of people can attest to that.
Well, okay, beach or mountains?
Beach. I like the mountains too, but I'm a beach guy. My wife is from Virginia Beach, so.
Oh, okay. Okay, are you a person that enjoys traveling, or do you enjoy staying at home more?
I'm a road tripper. I'm an old school Smokey and the Bandit road trip guy, man. I drive anywhere, 12, 16 hours, no problem.
That's I'm kind of the same way, and when people start asking me like, "Where you been?" and I start listing all the different countries, and they're like, "Do you ever stay home?" Oh yeah.
Right.
There's something that is nice about being at home, but seeing somewhere else is just unreal. I mean, well, that wasn't so painful, was it?
That was great, Jess. You're a great interviewer, my friend.
Well, it's easy when you got quality material to work with, and you guys come up all my flaws. So I'm going to give you kind of the final word. Is there anything you want to say as we head out the door?
Well, I just want to say that I'm excited about the opportunity for us to be teammates, man. You're a great guy, and I think we're in a great place as an organization. You're giving me those Jesse the Body vibes with the hair, Jess. I'm my '80s wrestling phenom, so I remember the good times, man, before things got a little dicey with wrestling. But
I haven't got my hair cut in over a year.
Okay, cool, cool,
So
cool.
I used to have the well, I realized the other day how little I have on top now, but it
Right.
used to be above the ears, but it just up until about 2, 3 weeks ago, it was all out of safety, and now it's just
Yeah,
I'm not going to cut it.
right.
Um,
Yeah, you give it. It's good. It's a good look for you, man.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Yeah. I like that Las Vegas polo too, buddy.
Oh, hey, I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, it was worth the wait. It was worth the
Oh,
wait.
definitely, definitely.
Tony got those for us.
Yeah, it's only on the rise from here, man. Yeah. I was in the store the other day. Somebody said, "What team is that?" I said, "Don't even worry about it. It's a little bit above your head." I would talk your head off if I told you who it was. But thanks for mentioning it. You
Yeah,
know.
it's I mean, it's a great organization. I mean,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
really is. Well, Scott, I want to thank you for your time, sharing your insight and your passion with us. That's one thing that you definitely bring to the table, is passion, and it shows, and it helps make us a better team, a better organization. So I count it as a privilege to have gotten to know you,
Mhm.
and I can't wait to see what the rest of this season holds for us and for season 17.
I feel the same way, Jess. I appreciate the opportunity, my friend.
All right, Scott, will you take it easy? And folks, thanks for joining us out here today. And we hope to see you back next time for the third edition of Under the Helmet. And y'all stay safe out there. Thanks.